My name's Ryan, and up until that night, I honestly thought I had the patience of a saint. I'd been married to Emily for 5 years. Sure, we weren't perfect, but I always believed we had enough respect between us to weather anything. She was fiery, sharp-witted, and loved pushing limits. Most days, I adored that about her. But lately, her so-called jokes had started cutting differently. At first, it was harmless little digs, me forgetting the dishes, her smirking about my thinning hair, laughing with her friends when I tripped over our dog. I brushed it off because, hey, marriage isn't about sweating every small thing. But then, those jokes turned sharper, not playful anymore, more like disrespect in disguise. That night at a friend's dinner party, there were 8 of us sipping wine, swapping stories, laughing over charcuterie. Someone joked about terrible first dates, and when Emily got asked her worst date, she didn't hesitate. She grinned and said, "Oh, probably the guy who wouldn't shut up about himself." Well, him and Ryan tied for last place. Everyone laughed. I forced a chuckle, but my gut twisted. And then came the blow that shattered something inside me. The conversation drifted toward relationships and intimacy. Emily, tipsy and leaning back in her chair, smirked and tossed out, "Well, at least my ex was bigger." The air froze. Silence. Then awkward, scattered chuckles as people debated whether to laugh or crawl under the table. My ears rang. My chest clenched. I didn't say a word, didn't storm out, didn't yell. I just sat there, pretending I was fine while something inside me cracked wide open. On the drive home, I stayed silent. Emily brushed it off, calling me too sensitive, laughing like it was nothing. I wasn't angry. Not yet. I was planning. That whole night, I lay awake replaying her words again and again. At least my ex was bigger. It wasn't just the insult, it was the smug look on her face when she said it. Like humiliating me in front of our friends was a game. The next morning, I didn't bring it up. Not because I forgave her, but because I wanted her to think I had. I kissed her forehead before work, made her coffee, even texted her at lunch. She never noticed. But inside, I was sharpening my plan. Not rage, not chaos, something colder. I wanted her to feel the weight of her own words. That weekend, we hosted the next gathering at our house. I made sure everything was flawless. Steak sizzling, wine poured, music light and easy. Emily was glowing, laughing, flipping her hair, playing the perfect hostess. Then someone asked how we kept our marriage so strong. Emily grinned, ready to fire off another joke at my expense, until I stepped in. "You know what keeps our marriage strong?" I said calmly. "Respect. Or at least, that's what I thought we had." The room hushed. Emily blinked, thrown off. "Ryan," she started, but I cut her off gently. "Last week, you joked about your ex being bigger. I've been thinking about that. And you're right. He was bigger, bigger at cheating, bigger at lying, bigger at treating you like trash. And yet, you're here with me." Her face drained. The smile died. The room froze. "You stood there, in front of people who respect you, and you turned me into a punchline," I said evenly. "I laughed with you that night, but I haven't looked at you the same since." Her eyes widened, panic setting in. "Ryan, I didn't mean." I interrupted softly, steady. "That's the problem. You didn't think. You didn't think how it would feel, the person I trust most making me the butt of a joke about my worth as a man." The silence was crushing, the hum of the fridge the only sound. "You know what I decided?" I asked. I'm done pretending disrespect is funny. If you want someone to compare to your ex, go find him. I'd rather be alone than let you chip away at me one joke at a time. Emily's friend sat frozen, unsure whether to breathe. Her face crumbled. She reached for my hand. I didn't take it. Ryan, I'm sorry, she whispered, her voice shaking. I was just trying to be funny. I didn't think. Exactly, I said. You didn't think. And if this marriage has a chance, that has to change, right here, right now. Tears welled in her eyes, her fire gone. She nodded quickly, whispering, I promise. I finally leaned back, breaking the tension enough for people to breathe. I turned, gave a polite smile, and said, sorry about that. Who's ready for dessert? The rest of the night was awkward, but Emily didn't joke again. Not that night. Not for a long while. For the first time in months, I felt like I'd reclaimed something I'd been quietly losing all along, my self-respect. And if you've stuck with me to the end, don't forget to like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stories that hit straight to the heart.